is for just to get through the walk, and then after the walk, we're donating the rest of the funds to Toronto and London's Kids Science Centre, and that's we're only using the expenses to get through this walk, but it's mostly awareness for organization.
You're a young man, you're 15 years old. How do you think this whole experience is going to affect you?
I think it's going to affect everybody, not just me. And I'm just hoping that everybody on the list is going to get off of it, live a nice life instead of waiting and then dying for themselves. I hate when that happens.
Do you want to add anything else on?
I have 3 things. Please don't take organs to heaven. Heaven knows we need them here. And if you want to visit my website at www.Kristopherswish.ca, it's KRISTOPHERS.ca. And if you would like to donate, it is 1-866-992-3645. Thank you.
All right, good luck. Hope everything works out for you. Off to your next interview. All right, merci.
You see it good. Look behind you.
Yeah,
Look behind you.
the elevator, yeah, I do.
Can I
Look
go
at the
on
ribbon they got. Isn't that beautiful?
Here. Can I go get my book?
No.
My journal? Ribbons? They got ribbons.
All the kids.
Oh, George got your ribbons, so.
Remember, no, I donate.
You know what I do?
Okay. That's your husband? No.
Oh, no, they're getting a picture right here. Should I be up there?
It's not when we get it, that's it.
You need it. Big time. Did you,
You know what? Yeah, what do you want me to do?
Another student council. We're all student council. We kind of like did a part organizing our school, like all the students in real life. I'll do that.
Thank you. First of all, I want to welcome E.S. McDonald Cartier and Lockerbie Deposit School. And I want to welcome everybody to day 62 of Kristophers Wish. We got about 15 minutes before we get on the road walking. Is everybody ready for a good walk today? We're going to introduce some special guests that will make some presentations to Chris. And my name is George Marcello, I'm the road manager, and I want to introduce our first guest speaker, and please give a warm welcome to Deputy Mayor Doug Craig.
And my colleagues on council and my fellow councillor Ron Dupuis, I want to welcome Kristopher to Sudbury and George as well. And today I'm very impressed with the way we filled this foyer up, the organ awareness people who are here, the Irish Heritage Committee, the Kidney Foundation, and particularly the students. You know, a long time ago, cancer and heart disease and organ transplant was only the conversation of adults. But we know today that that's not the case. I'm so impressed when young people get involved with issues that usually adults deal with. I'm impressed with the way Lockerbie goes around for the cancer for Laura Catesta, a little girl that we'll never ever forget in this community. I'm so impressed with the way McDonald Cartier with their heart and their donor awareness programs. And those kinds of issues coming into our schools is certainly refreshing and something that you have to be commended on. I want to thank as well our good friends from Howard Johnson. I was talking to Chris, and he said he's walked across Canada, and George, you know, walked across Canada twice. And both of them agreed that the best waffles in Canada are at the Howard Johnsons. Oftentimes as Deputy Mayor you get to meet some very important people and some wonderful organizations. And I can tell you that in my years, I don't think I've met anyone that defines courage and strength as much as this young man we're supporting today, Kristopher Knowles, who at the age of 4 months had gone under 3 operations. And when you ask him how old he is, he says 13 and a half. I say that because I'm in a hurry. I want to get on with my life. And since then, he's had 20 more operations. So I think he's a role model. Dynamite comes in small packages, and today we're honoring a kid that can be defined as pure dynamite, Mr. Chris Knowles. Welcome to Sudbury. Kristopher has the same goals that we all have, and that's to create awareness. Create awareness in the minds of ourselves and our parents that organ donation is extremely important. Kristopher, would you come up and accept a small token on behalf of our city? We have here a key to the city. We have a pin is extremely important. Kristopher, would you come up and accept a small token on behalf of our city? We have here a key to the city. We have a pin for you, and we have a nice warm sweater that when you're walking on Northern Ontario, you'll always be warm, Chris, and remember Sudbury.
Thank you. And our next guest speakers are from the Irish Heritage Club of Sudbury, and please give a warm welcome to Vice President Mike Quinn.
Kristopher, on behalf of the Irish Heritage Club and as President Frank Horn and the membership, I would like to congratulate you on what you're trying to accomplish. It's so important. I'd also like to welcome the citizens of Sudbury to the Irish Heritage Club walk for a second chance on April 24th. And we have 2 small presentations for you. One is a vest for organ donation, and the other is a check that we hope will help you to endeavor what you're trying to achieve.
Thank you, Mike. And our next presenters are from the Isles of Innisfree. Please welcome Elizabeth and Mel O'Reilly.
I'm a member of the board of the Isles of Innisfree non-profit housing complex on Copper Street, which was built by the Irish Heritage Club in 1990 from funds received from the provincial government. So on behalf of the board of Isles of Innisfree, I would like to present to Kristopher their donation, and also a personal donation from my wife, Betty, and myself.
Chris. Mr. White.
Thank you. And our next guest speaker is from the Kidney Foundation of Sudbury. Please welcome Carolyn Ross.
Kristopher, we're here to encourage you in the work that you're doing. We know that your wish will come true because we're wishing it with you. And I'd like to present to you today Kidney Bear. It has the organ donation ribbon, green ribbon on it, and we'd like you to take this to encourage you in your walk.
And our next guest speaker is from Weaver and Simmons. Please give them a warm welcome.
Who said to me, why don't you just pick up a donation at coffee? So on behalf of Weaver Simmons, I'd like to present Kristopher with a donation from the Weaver Simmons girls and the staff.
Well, we're moving along pretty quickly. Good. We also want to take another opportunity to thank the Howard Johnson, and in particular the gentleman behind me who has been so great. Well, when I was coming to Sudbury, the first thing I did was phone him, and without hesitation he provided us with accommodations, and not only that, during the past 2 days he fed us too, because we get pretty hungry while we're on the road. So I forgot his name, can you believe that? And please give a warm welcome and a thank you for us to Noel Samuels. Please stand up, Mr. Samuels. Woo! "24 years ago, there was a young man named Terry Fox. And does everybody know who Terry Fox is? And he had a dream. His dream was to walk across Canada, and he was hoping to inspire every Canadian to donate $1 to cancer so that one day a cure could be found. 13-year-old Kristopher Knowles has a dream. His dream is to walk across Canada so that he can inspire every Canadian from coast to coast to become an organ donor so that one day the nearly 4,000 Canadians that are on the waiting list don't have to desperately wait. All their lives could be saved. And that's what this young man's dream is all about. Please give a warm welcome to Kristopher Knowles.
First, I'd like to thank my road team. On my right, behind the camera holding the torch, my dad, Kelly Knowles. The guy that is doing all the speaking, my road manager, George Marcello. And the guy dunking with the camera, assistant road manager, Biliary Atresia. Hi, my name is Kristopher Knowles. I'm 13 years old. I need a liver transplant. I've been waiting for a liver my whole life. I have a wish. My wish is to walk across Canada to help the 4,000 men, women, and children that are in need of an organ. I'm trying to inspire everybody to be an organ donor. Tell your friends and family that you want to be a donor. Please don't take your organs to heaven. Heaven knows we need them here. Please make my wish come true. Alone I can't do this, but together we can. And I'd like to thank the town of Sudbury and all your schools for your support. Thanks.
Now, before we get ready to leave, I want to also give a warm applause and round of applause to the city of Sudbury for providing a great location for us to do this gathering in. Let's give them a big hand. And also, outside we have the Sudbury Police Department that are going to give us an excellent and safe escort. They're waiting outside. Let's give the Sudbury Police Department a warm hand. And before we leave, we want to do some photo ops. So if we can get all our guest speakers to come to the front here, if you don't mind. Chris?
Yeah.
We need you.
Get up there. They're out there. The police are out there.
Okay. We're going to leave in about 2 minutes.
I'm ready. I need 30 seconds. This is great.
And can I get both teachers from both schools that are, Judy Noble, can you stand up here? And the, oh, she's right here. And please pay attention to your teachers. We want a safe journey. And we're going to start gathering outside, and we're going to go under the police instructions. We got a pretty long walk today. I think it's about 6 kilometers. Yeah. Okay, so. Long walk today. I think it's about 6 kilometers. Yeah. Okay, so.
featuring some of the best from past inductees and this year's class, with a classic rock weekend taking our hat off to all those Rock and Roll Hall of Fame members. And Sunday night, it's really no surprise that we have an album from one of those inductees. Jackson Brown's Running on Empty. It will be commercial free from start to finish, the way this album was meant to be heard. All part of the Sunday night CD.
You can run, but you can't hide. Eventually, you're gonna get caught. Wait minutes at 7. We'll line up Sudbury's most wanted and knock them off one by one. We'll play the 7 biggest offenders in the city, each to back on Sudbury's most wanted. That's 7, that's 7. 677-257.
Cheap trip next month. Los Angeles Contest on more people ever the latest product in Van Halen. As it's beginning to rise.
How are you? Okay. Oh, excellent. That was a good walk.
support Kristopher today. It is my pleasant task this afternoon to be the MC, introduce to you Kristopher and some of the speakers that we have brought to you this afternoon from the community, and to thank you for the work that you have done, Vikings and Tigers, in helping to bring Kristophers Wish to Sudbury. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Bruce Bourget, your principal, to say a few words of welcome to Kristopher.
Kristopher, on behalf of the students and staff at Markham Council School and Algonquin Public School, and also Rainbow District School Board, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you to our school. Your courage and determination is an inspiration to us all. We wish you all the best in the future. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to invite Carly Gasparini, your president of your Students' Council, to bring her congratulations and best wishes to Kristopher and very much needed patients who are requiring donations. As you might guess, there have been students in our very own midst who have been touched by this very critical issue of requiring donations for tissue and organ transplants. At this time, I'd like to invite Danny Bertram, member of Lockerbie Composite Student Body, to speak to you a little bit about his hopes for Kristopher.
As you may or may not know, 2 years ago, my little brother was diagnosed with leukemia, and since then I've been very involved in organ and tissue transplants. I've been donor twice myself to my younger brother, and on behalf of him, my family, and all Lockerbie, I'd like to thank Kristopher for his inspiring courage, and it inspires all of us to keep going. And on behalf of
like to congratulate Kristopher as well, and to invite him to come back to Sudbury sometime when he's not on a quick walk. We're glad to have you here, Kristopher. Welcome you. I have some plaques today, the first for Kristopher, and I'd just like to read what Mr. Bartolucci has said on the plaque. Kristopher, great things are done by people who think great thoughts and then go out into the world and make their dreams come true. As a member of the Legislative Assembly for Sudbury, it is my pleasure to recognize you for your outstanding efforts as you make your way across Canada promoting organ donation. Your affiliation with the Step-by-Step Foundation through the Next Step campaign is giving hope to those waiting for the precious gift of life, and you should be commended. My sincere congratulations and best wishes are extended to you for this well-deserved recognition. Good luck to you and to your family. Rick Bartolucci, MPP Sudbury, Minister of Northern Development. road manager. George?
Thank you. How's everybody doing? Good. On behalf of Step-by Step and Kristophers Wish, we want to thank the following local sponsors. We want to thank Howard Johnson for providing accommodations for us when we arrived here, and they also provided great food for us. We also want to thank the Sudbury Police Department. I guess they had to rush back to work. Wanted to say thank you to them. Also, we want to thank the City of Sudbury for providing a great venue this morning for us to gather at City Hall. Also, E.S. McDonald Cartier for walking with us this morning. That's the other school. And I also want to take this moment to thank the band for giving Christopher a warm welcome as they approach. Are any of the walkers here present from this morning? Please stand up. Let's give the walkers a warm up. And we also have the Irish Heritage Club here. Can the Irish Heritage Club please stand up? And as we're continuing to do, as we're plowing through Ontario, we're continuing to thank the OPP. They're helping and assisting us as we're traveling from community to community. And also the Trillium Gift of Life Network, who are our partners. And we also like to thank a local Toronto radio station that broadcasts Christopher's message in 30 different languages on a daily basis. Now, before we arrived here in Sudbury, we did some research on your school, Lockerbie, and we found out that Lockerbie is one of the leaders when it comes to volunteer work and getting things done. So let's give Lockerbie yourselves a round of applause. I also want to add that we have visited over 100 schools so far throughout the province of Ontario, and overwhelmingly the team agreed that so far Lockerbie has been the best school. You're going to be a very hard act to follow. Now, as we're going from each community, there's a lot of work that needs to be done for us to organize hundreds and hundreds of details. And it's almost impossible for us to do that alone. And as we're going from community to community, an angel appears and helps us to get the work done. Our stop in Sudbury, day 62 of our campaign, we are going to honor our angel, Judy Noble, for organizing a great I want to just briefly mention how I met Chris. As I was making my way through my campaign, I made a stop in Sarnia, and I met you know, I didn't think anything was wrong with him, or he was suffering with anything. Near the end of the day that day, he lifted up his shirt like he usually likes to do. and he showed me his six-pack. Actually, it was a lot of scars that he showed me. And he mentioned that he was on the waiting list for a liver transplant for almost his whole life. And at that moment, and as he was mentioning this, he had a big smile still on his face. And at that moment, I thought I just met the most incredible human being in my life. As I was finishing my campaign and I made a final stop in Sarnia, again Chris was there 2 years later. Again he had this big smile on his face. There was every indication to believe that he had received his liver transplant. Sadly, he mentioned that he was still on the waiting list. But again, he was mentioning this with a big smile on his face. And he expressed a wish to me. He asked if he can carry the torch across Canada one day. And so after checking it out with his family, with his doctors, his school, the whole community was behind him. Because they knew what Chris was made of. They knew his character. And when we finished our campaign with the torch, we were looking to pass it to somebody, and Chris was a natural. And that's why we're calling it step by step, the next step, Kristophers Wish. And we're on day 62, and we're so happy to be here in Sudbury. And from here on in, we're going to carry a lot of treasured memories. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Marcello. Without any further ado, I'd like to introduce today's hero, Kristopher.
First, I'd like to thank my road crew. On my right, behind the camera, Dad/driver Kelly Knowles. On my right, sitting second end, road manager, George Martello. And assistant road manager, Biliary Atresia. How did everybody enjoy the walk today? Hi, my name is Kristopher Knowles. I am 13 years old. I've been waiting for a liver my whole life. The disease that caused me needing a liver is called Biliary Atresia. It is a common disease among infants. I've been waiting for a liver my whole life. The disease that caused me needing a liver is called Biliary Atresia. It is a common disease among infants. Most infants die shortly after birth. So far, I've been fortunate enough to still be alive. I've been in and out of the hospital most of my life. I had over 20 operations that saved my life. I'm doing this walk to bring awareness to the shortage of organ and tissue needed. I'm walking across Canada to save the 4,000 men, women, and children that are in need of an organ. I'm trying to inspire everybody to be an organ donor. Tell your family and friends that you want to be a donor. Please don't take your organs to heaven. Heaven knows we need them here. Alone I can't do this, but together we can. my wish come true. Thank you. And I'd like to thank the town of Sudbury and the Vikings and all the schools that joined today for your support. And if you want to visit me on my website on my journey, it is www.kristopherswish.ca.
I think that Kristopher is an inspiration to us all. Every one of us is capable of a heroic act. And I know that together, the Vikings and Tigers have contributed today to Kristophers Wish. And I know that each one of you in the future has the potential to be a hero by signing that organ donation card. That card you can sign when you're 16 years old. And I hope that every one of you today will take the opportunity to fill one out. We are, at this time, very fortunate to be able to ask any of our questions to Kristopher. So what I would ask at this time, if any of you that do have a question that you'd like Kristopher to answer, if you please come up to the podium and you can ask it over the microphone. So if any of you today do have a question, I'd ask that you please come forward and ask it to the podium.
Well, what keeps me motivated is all of the students and for all your support for helping me on my organ and tissue donation, making awareness.
I'd like to know if you've noticed an increase in the number of people signing for donor cards.
It makes me answer all the hard questions, likes the fun questions. Well, we haven't checked the statistics yet for this year, but we know that as we're going from community to community, that Kristopher is having an effect on not only students, but the walkers that were here this morning, seeing all the media coverage. So I'm sure that he's reaching a lot of people in each community, and our goal is to try to reach as many people as possible. So we feel that we're making a pretty good impact with the help of everybody. It's like Chris said, together we can.
Hello. I'm just wondering how much money you've been able to raise for the organ.
He doesn't know the money question, he's saying. He's the walker. This isn't about money. We have a lot of expenses. We have a lot of expenses on the road, and we're just trying to raise enough money to get us by each day. We have so much expenses to meet. But if a whole bunch of money suddenly came in, we have arranged to donate that money to both London Sick Kids, there's a transplant unit there, and the Toronto Sick Kids Hospital. Keep that money rolling.
And I don't really get homework. I just have to write a journal every day. And I have to write emails, log emails. And I think that's pretty much it for my schoolwork. My final destination is in Toronto, and I'll be there December 25th.
students can fully understand the importance of this issue. And there's other barriers too concerning religion. Although 95% of the major religions do support organ and tissue donations, not everybody in their respective religions know that. There's all these different social barriers that we're trying to overcome, and hopefully one day there won't be any barriers, and we can make Kristophers Wish a reality, and that's for every single person to become an organ donor.
Yes, I do. I have one brother, one sister, 17, my sister's 17 and my brother's 16.
Thank you very much, Vikings and Tigers, for your contributions to that question and answer period. We certainly appreciate the intelligence of your questions. At this time, we would like to take this opportunity to present to Kristopher and his road team the money that the Vikings and Tigers worked very hard to be able to contribute to this critical issue. Carly. This will be followed by a special Kristophers Wish music song played over the PA, and Kristopher would like to have you all walk by, give him a high five, and wish him the best of luck on your way out as you return to your walk.
And I think it's a reflection of your dedication to a cause that Canadians can no longer ignore. You have inspired all of us to consider organ donation and to discuss it with our family and friends. And it's because you have given a face to the 4,000 Canadians who are still waiting for organ transplants. By the impression that you made on us today, we can tell that you're going to continue to influence and make impressions
Best of luck.
George? From here to the hospital, or?